Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of 3D Dollars, Dreams, and Discussions with your host, Uncle Will and Shannon B. What's up, everyone? I am your boy, Uncle Will. I'm back. And of course, I still got it. I'm still looking a little dapper to be a 52-year-old G or whatever, you know what I'm saying? What y'all think now? Oh, they looking modest. Anyway, so look, we have a guest here today by the name of E-Love. Am I right? Is it E-Love or B-Love?
It's E-Love.
Miss E-Love is in the building. Okay, but now, we just can't overlook and overshadow the ultimate, my co-host, Shannon.
He's so extra, y'all. Hey, it's Shannon B. Happy to see y'all again. Thanks for coming back to check us out.
Okay. So what's the topic for today, Shannon? Busy?
So today on the 3D podcast, we are discussing the ultimate betrayal.
Oh, my God. Ultimate. When you think of the word ultimate, I think about my man, Keith, over here. Keith, introduce yourself too, my man. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Keith.
Okay, and so that's who he is. He's Keith.
Cab style. There you go.
There you go. Now, back to this ultimate. When you think of the word ultimate, that's like grand, something real big. And betrayal could be either from a family friend, it could be from co-workers, your dog, or walking in on your brother humping a mess out your wife. You know what I'm saying? But I thank God I ain't had that to happen to me.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm going to preach, my brother.
Amen.
But relationship-wise, let's deal with it on the relationship-wise. So, E-Love, you're here because you also experienced a situation. I know I have. Have you ever experienced an ultimate
Well, maybe
betrayal?
not ultimate, maybe a minimal betrayal.
What's a minimal betrayal?
What in the
I
world's
was just
a
looking
minimum?
for another word. I mean, ultimate, it wasn't ultimate. I mean, so I was.
Yeah, ultimate does
it's a
seem
bit-
like
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's a good story, but it's a minimal betrayal, I guess.
okay, well, I tell you what. Let me go into my ultimate first,
Okay.
and then I want to see how yours compared to mine. So, like I said, I'm 52, okay?
okay.
But when in my younger days, I was like 20, 22, I had met my daughter's moms. I met at a bus stop, okay? It's the Greenfield bus stop.
You was driving?
No, I was walking, catching the bus.
okay.
You know what I'm
Alright,
saying?
okay.
I was catching the bus, okay? We all didn't have cars back in the days, She did, but we all didn't have cars back in the day. So I was going to see...
Oops.
I was going to see another young lady who came in town to see me at my mom's house or whatever. And so when I'm catching the bus, I called myself trying to leave the house, but One Life to Live was on still. And I had to finish this episode of One Life to Live. And so once the episode finally went off, I'm walking over here to the bus stop. So as a bus stop, I see this female. She had this nappy bang. It's a real nappy bang. Now imagine this like 93. So you know how the hairstyles were back then, whatever. She ain't had that centrifugal, whatever you call them curls, but hers was nappy. I didn't care, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're young, you just going for what you know, right? Anyway, before you say anything, E-Love. So
You settle,
get on the bus, get a number, and fast forward, we wind up moving forward with getting married down the line. And I wasn't really supposed to get married, okay? Let me tell you this. Because I married her probably about 4 or 5 months later. But I didn't really know her.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know her
Close
like
to
that.
actually, but
Okay.
Now,
Was it that fast?
I think it was about that because I left for the military it was about September. And I finished boot camp in December. But when I came home, I got her pregnant. Okay. So she wound up getting pregnant with my daughter. So they sent me to my new duty station, which was in Jacksonville, Florida. Right. And so I wanted to have my daughter with me, my child with me. But the only way to do that, because back then the military wasn't paying no kind of money like they do now. They wasn't paying So only way to do that was I had to get married to her. I didn't have to, but I'm just saying that I had to get married to her. One of the biggest freaking mistakes ever. I'm just gonna take. Like I said,
So
I
it
was
was
young.
almost like marrying her for a green card.
Yes.
Equivalency. That was the equivalency
Okay,
of
so that
marrying
makes
for a green
sense.
card.
Okay, good.
Because
All
they
right.
told me that they was gonna send me to Taiwan.
Yeah.
Okay, and not to be disrespectful to the Taiwanians, the name Taiwan, it sounded like it was like dirt roads and just like just real horrible or whatever. So I said, well, But if you was married, you had to stay stateside. So that's why I went ahead and I married her. Get to my duty station. They send me on a 6-month deployment. Okay. Now, keep in mind, she was on welfare. She didn't have nothing, no credit. She not to drive. She not do nothing. She didn't have to do nothing but have sex.
Okay.
I mean, and she was crazy. So crazy women tend to give good sex. So I decided to shop before I left. Okay. I made sure it was food in the freezer. I made sure I even gave her my power of attorney and everything. Because I don't think this is what a good man's supposed to do. You got to make sure his family is good. Because she had a daughter when I met her too. So I raised that one as mine too.
You took some right steps.
I mean, that's what I call myself doing, being, a good man. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking. I want to be different from my daddy. I'll tell you that much. So I want to be way, way different from him.
Okay.
So I did that. I had plans when I came back. It was going to be a certain amount of money in this bank account. Okay? Because I'm going Middle East. You talking about hazardous pay, all this other stuff. I come back, the same freaking food is in the freezer. Dishes all in the sink. I got roaches over here in the house now. My money, which is hellified important, is not looking the way it's supposed to look. And she quit her job. So I come back. I go to the job because I get back on on Friday evening. And this whole weekend, I'm pissed, right? I go to the job like, look, can she get a job back? They like, well, we've been wanting her to come back. She just don't want to work. She don't want to come.
Hold on. You went to her job?
I went to her job.
And asked the boss or the company if she can get her job
I
back.
told them she needs a job. Can she come back?
Gotcha.
They said, oh, we've been trying to get her back for the longest. Just fix it up and you can just tighten it on up. I said, that black knob. I said, look, she will be back here first thing tomorrow morning. I go home. She looking like, what's wrong? I said, you telling me that they fired you? They told me you quit. You just spent all my goddamn money. You got this freezer burnt food up in here. You know what I'm saying? These kids, their heads nappy. I got roaches up in this base housing now, and you ain't doing nothing.
She was doing something.
What was she doing?
She was.
Spending your money.
Spin it.
Now,
Spin it.
let's say this too. Power of attorney. She used it.
Oh boy.
Credit cards?
Had sense
She
enough
went
to do
and
that.
got her using my credit because I built credit this time to open up her a Sears card.
Oh, she has some
Open
credit
up
cards.
her some credit cards and everything. You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't already when it bought new furniture for the house, everything. I got everything ready, so when I'm gone, my family gonna be straight. The girl went and got her own credit cards and everything, and didn't have no money to pay these cards. I'm buying your panties, your tampons, all this stuff. Where the hell you gonna get money to pay for some damn credit cards?
You said I do, which became your money.
We do.
I mean, that's facts.
Okay, and that's true, but because evidently I believe in that. If I took the steps that I took, right? I mean, I believe in that. But my thing is, if we supposed to be partners, why are you betraying me? And I felt betrayed. That's how I felt betrayed. And then to come to find out too that some old boyfriend who's also in the military, you actually had a thought about taking my kids and go down to Texas to be with him and his wife. Like he gonna put you up somewhere because you so freaking dumb that you think that this dude gonna leave his wife for you after 15, 20 some years. Well, I was just lonely. I was just going through something mentally, and he took advantage of me.
He was going through something.
I'm like, what?
Insanity.
I mean,
For 6 months.
6 months.
And that's sad that when a woman or a man cannot wait for their spouse for 6 months. That's a short term.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sad.
So, what happened? What was the?
Yeah.
Well, what happened was I told her I want to be done. I'm through with this, but I knew that she didn't have a solid family function back at home. So when the Navy let me out, I let her come to move into my other sister's home. Gladys, love you, peace. So she can get up on her feet. That was the thought. I filed for the divorce and everything, and I wound up getting custody of my daughter, and so she moved back. I couldn't shake her. I mean,
That was so funny.
I couldn't shake her. You know what I'm saying? Because she kept using that crazy sex to keep me. But I like, dude, you cannot get her pregnant again. Don't.
But she wasn't the only one you was having sex with, though.
You said she was or she wasn't?
She wasn't.
No. No. I went out to try to find other resources. Don't trust to believe. He went out to go try to find other resources to try to get her to look. I'm doing this. I'm making these moves. So she didn't care. She wanted to stick around. This girl stuck around after we divorced so many years later, like at least another extra 10, 15 years. But part of it was that I called myself getting her back, though. I said, you know what? I see them squinting, Keith. I said, you know what? I don't care about you, so I'm just going to go ahead and use you for sex or whatever.
But it was misleading, though.
I learned that the older, again, you come to find out the older you get, you start really realizing certain things, because I felt because she betrayed me that I had to hurt her.
You could get her back, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. And I'm not justifying it. That's why I'm talking about it now, because I'm not justifying what I did was right. I'm not sitting here saying, hey, I tell any man, get that B. You know,
you can't shake crazy by giving crazy what they want.
I mean, but you know what?
That make them more crazier.
And I used to think that it seemed like the more crazy things I said to her,
she liked it.
She liked it because
it was a turn on.
I used to stop her in the middle of giving me oral. I look at her, I said, you know I don't like you, right? And she just put this, and I said, okay, go back to it. That's how freaking crazy I was. No, look, y'all laughing, but I'm telling you, that's how freaking crazy I was.
Oh my word!
I would stop in the middle of the enjoyment of receiving what I'm receiving, just to let her know, like, you know, this don't mean nothing. You know, you don't mean nothing to me, right? And she was cool with it. Look, she was cool with it. She did what she did, and she like, hey,
how dare you?
I mean, look, you know what?
That would have been like telling the
bitter.
woman, "Oh, this ain't good." You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Hey, but you know what?
Like you ain't doing nothing. Like what?
I was so bitter.
I'm gonna let you finish your story, but I'm gonna tag in a little bit later. But I did have a situation where you talking about the more crazy or ignorant you get, the more it turned that person on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell my story later, but I was just like in my mind, like, what's wrong with you?
I was hoping that it would make her wake up and say, you know what?
You ain't worth it.
You know, you ain't, because I'm telling you, when I got with my son's mom,
what did it take to get rid of her?
I had to cut her off myself. I had to tell her, no more. I ain't having sex with you no more. I wound up meeting my now wife or whatever. And so when me and my son's moms had went our own way or whatever, let me tell you, my daughter mom made me into a monster. Prior to her, I was a gentleman. Like I said, when I got with her, I did all this stuff for her. I was trying to make sure she was good, taught her how to drive, doing everything for her. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm like, women don't appreciate shit. You know what? I'm about to be a menace out here in these streets. And my son's mom's great woman. She was 50-50 on everything. She took care of the house. She tried to treat me like a king, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
But you weren't there.
I wasn't there because I was so messed up with what had happened to me or whatever, and I wasn't seeing that she had some potential. I mean, she was like a blessing. Yeah, she had these things where she just want to come home. She was like a homebody. You know what I'm saying? She didn't really want to do nothing. Now she'll cook, make sure that the house was good and everything like that. But I wanted more. I wanted her to be able to come on out.
She was like a housewife, but
two housewife, a robot.
No, she was a housewife, but she also worked. So she was, about making her money, but still took care of the home. So she still.
That's what she did. She just want to take care of the house. She didn't want to go do nothing else. I was WJLB. She was Mix 92. Okay. I tried to tell her, hey, can we put on some WJLB? No, I want to listen to some Will Downing. I'm like, okay, I want to listen to some Jodeci. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to do that. So I started having resentment because she used to use her weight. She was a plus size woman. She used to use her weight as a hindrance on why she couldn't do certain things or whatever. And so it was nothing to me. Hey, I'm with you, woman. What you think? You think I care? But now I'm starting noticing it because I'm like, okay, so this is why I can't get this. This is why you can't do this. This is why I can't get you to get up on top of this motherfucker and do what you got to do. I said, okay, I got you. I'm about to start cheating on you, right?
Oh, God.
No. Look, I was always straightforward. Okay? I always just say what I have to say. And I wasn't saying it to try to be hurtful, but I was just trying to be honest and let her know, I'm about to get on out here and find somebody that's going to do some things or whatever. And I wasn't caring at the time that I was hurting her. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, like I said, I was hurt myself. So I'm like, you know what? I got to start thinking about me, what I wanted. So fast forward, we wind up, I hurt her. We wind up separating, went our own way, whatever, had a son, blah, 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 all that good stuff. But before I left, I said, you know what? I can't be like my dad. I saw myself being like my dad and my uncle. They're hoes to the utmost, okay? No,
they are.
My cousins them have this saying, Banks boys, like that's a Rockefeller term, like you just the ultimate Don Dada. But all these men lived off women. All these men relied on women to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing I can say about myself, I never relied on a woman to take care of me. I could always get my own place. I always was stable to do my own thing though. But I didn't want to be
a Banks boy.
There you go. Banks boy would mean that you have to be hoish and you got to hurt women.
Gotcha.
And so I said, I need to recognize what happened to me and address it. So I apologized to my daughter's mom and I apologized to my son's moms. And now me and my son's mom, we're cool as heck now.
On the defense of some of the Banks boys, I think few of them are some good men. We got some good Banks boys. I really do believe that. A lot of them had different things that happened in their life that has made them stronger and better men. So I think what the Banks boys was looking at our dad, our uncles, and they thought that was the way of life. But they also saw that really wasn't it, because what did those men really gain as they got older? Nothing financially. These Banks boys, the ones that caught on, is actually better men. They treat their women with respect. They take care of their women.
But that's third generation.
No.
My first cousins.
Your first cousins learned. You have a couple of them. P is a good man.
Yeah.
Dank is a good man.
Oh yeah. My bad. I forgot about you brothers. Peace.
So we got a couple good men. Chris has did his thing. He's a good man to his kids. But you got to look at. I mean, you got
violence.
You got a few good men.
So when I tell you my ultimate, how does yours compare to what I went through?
Well, once you hear the story, you'll see. So, back when I lived in Las Vegas, I met him on Facebook. And so it was a long distance thing. Facebook. I know. So this was probably 10, 15 years ago. But yeah, I met him on Facebook. It was a long distance situation for like 8 or 9 months. I had decided I was moving back home anyway. So like we knew it wouldn't be long distance forever. So at the time, I had my own place. I was doing well. I was working, had it going on. He didn't have anything, literally. Like the only thing he did have was he had a degree. So he didn't have a job. Him and his brother was staying together. He didn't have a car. He didn't have no money, nothing. Just that degree. That's it. But I did feel like
he had 2 D's.
Yeah, I would say he had something
That's
else.
all he got.
He had something
D's.
else. I'm just saying. I mean, that'd be 1,000.
Well, we were long distance though. So, but I felt like I saw in him, what's that word? Potential. Oh God.
Potential is such a strong
yeah.
word.
So I felt like he was not a bum. Okay. I was like, I feel like when he gets that job, when the career pop, he gonna be good. So because he was showing me the signs of that he was trying to get a job. He was trying to. So he did come out to Vegas to visit me for a little while, but by the time he visited me, I probably had like 3 months before I was moving back home. So, and then like for like Valentine's, let's say, he didn't have no money to buy a gift. So like he wrote me a nice poem. So I thought that was sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like
chivalry.
I ain't knocking it.
He didn't have no money. So if you can make something out of nothing.
It's not all about money.
Right.
It's not all about money.
It was the thought that counted. So, but once I moved back here, then my situation was kind of like I didn't have a place initially. I was staying with my mom just temporarily. That was only for a month. And then, I was getting my job situation. I had to get reacclimated to being here. And then by that time, he did get a job. And then, like, the tables turned where, like, at first I was doing everything financially, but now it turned to where he had some finances. So, like, I needed some money and stuff. So he helped me. But, like, I thought I was going to marry him. Like, I thought this was, we was just like, our chemistry. Our chemistry, everything was so good because when you long distance, you don't have no choice but to talk. So the connection you make is, like, deep because y'all are just really relating, talking, all of that. So anyway, due to my Christian values, I decided that I didn't want to have sex before marriage. That was it.
Okay.
That was it.
You said one of them.
One of those.
So after when I told him that,
I judge this woman.
That was the end. Like we got into a whole thing over it. Then I felt like he had started acting funny and I'm like, I held you down like all this time when I had everything going, like I didn't have to be in this situation. And then now, like, and who said that we got to be like engaged for like 8 years and like, we build a rapport enough that we can build on this. It probably won't be that long.
So you wasn't going to get none until you said I do?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I would have cheated on you too.
Oh! Well, I will say that I will give him respect because at least he was honest. He said I can't do that. And, basically we decided go our separate ways. But, like, when we departed that last time, so I thought like I wanted him to chase me. Like I wanted him to be like, oh no, I can't be without you. I was like, oh, he gonna come back. So I left from his house. I'm all like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't calling you. You ain't go. That joker never look back.
Whoa.
Never look back.
How much time did you put in that relationship?
About a year.
And
total.
When you left, when you try to pull that stunt that you try to pull, you say he never tried to call
never
you
to be
nothing?
Seen again.
That's because he was already out dipping.
Well, but here's the thing. Let me tell you how it gets sweeter.
Oh.
So I call myself Good Luck Chuck. I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie. I used to be the girl, if you wanted to get married, date me. The next woman will be your wife. I guarantee it. It happened to me at least 6 times, at least that I could think of off the top of my head. He was the first. Probably no less than 3 months later, because we were still friends on Facebook, he got with his wife. And then here was the killer. When me and him was together, he never posted me on Facebook ever. Not one picture, and I never said I was in a relationship. None of that. Soon as they got together, she was on every picture, in a relationship, and the status just completely out there. And I'm just like the biggest smack in the face. Like, seriously?
He was getting some already from her.
Look. So she got to reap the benefits of all my labor, holding him down, all of that. So they was like engaged. Next thing I know, married. Next thing I know. And so that was like the closure for me. Like, because I still was thinking he was going to come back, even after I seen them running off into the sunset. And when they finally got married, I said, okay, this is really it. Like, he really ain't coming back. So they got married. They had a child. They ended up getting divorced. And I was like, that's your karma, Joker.
Dang, nah. That's what you get.
And so it still didn't work out for him. But yeah, I felt super betrayed because I was just like, that was supposed to be me. Like he got an excellent career, started doing great, everything just took off, like finances.
Friends now, though? Are y'all like on social media?
He did reach back out to me at several points. So throughout the years, like his brother passed away, his father passed away. Those was like really, really, really bad times for him. So I did, I talked to him during that time. And throughout the years, like we ran into each other here and there. It's probably been a couple years now, but he ended up, like, he got divorced. He got with somebody else, had another kid with them. They were engaged last I saw. So
I mean, but he giving everybody else these rings and the chances or whatever, but the one who held him down, to me, that is ultimate betrayal right there.
And throughout those years, like, he still was trying to deal with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he would still come back and, like,
what about
be
you?
in my
DM.
DM.
Gave up that you was going to give it up now. You ain't still the Christian Sunshine Band girl.
What about
Christian Sunshine Band girl? Boy, we be coming up with these cliches on this show.
I guess so.
We was in church too. We was raised in there.
I ain't got no stories that top y'all.
Okay.
I ain't got no stories like that. Only thing I got is I dated this one girl, and it was like one date. My brother had him and his girl. They was like, oh, you need to go out with this girl, blah blah blah. She this, she that. And at that time, I had just had my youngest son, so me and his mom wasn't together. So, and I was basically just a dad. Go to work, come back home. That was really my life. And we all stayed together. Me and my bros, we all stayed together. So they was like, you need to date her, go out with her, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right. So I go pick her up, we get in the car, we drive to, we go to Social Milkos, however you want to pronounce it. We go there, and she's just like going in. Like we've known each other for years, and I've like betrayed her, like going in like that, like talking all type of smack, right? And I'm just kind of sitting here baffled, like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? Like, to the point, people in the restaurant are looking at us, like, damn, she's just going off on, like. So I was like, I'm sitting there, and they always give you them chips at the table. So I don't know what made me do it, but I just grabbed the chips and I dumped them on her.
What?
I did. I dumped the chips on her, and I was like, let's go, and I got up. Funny thing was, everybody, when I looked around, the people that was in the restaurant, they were like, it was like, yes, I did that too. Like, men and women.
And she rolled with you.
And she rolled with me.
Oh, I would have left her.
So she just like, oh my God.
Uber.
But like I said, she was like she got, it turned her on. That turned her on. She got like, oh my God, I don't believe you talk to me like that. You so. Now I'm still in like, Neanderthal mode, right? Like, girl, get off me. Stop talking to me. I'm in that type of mode. She like, can we go get a movie?
Hold up, you just poured chips on top of her head.
So she want to go get. This is back in the day. This was Blockbuster. So we going to Blockbuster.
So you didn't go.
Why are you at the Blockbuster, Keith? I thought it was over.
Because in my mind, I'm like, I want to see how far this goes.
That's me.
So, and this ain't my character, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna play this out.
I'm him today.
I'm him. Like with my man on LA, I'm him. That's how I am, right? That was my only situation.
So what about you, E-Love? What situation you had of an ultimate betrayal?
The ultimate. Which, you want the most recent?
Dang, girl, you got a catalog?
Right, do you?
I mean,
she got prefixes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, man, prefixes.
Prefixes.
Yeah, okay. The most recent one. What's your most recent?
The most recent is when I married a mistake. That's the most recent.
And what made him or her? Because in this day and age, you gotta
No, it wasn't him.
Okay. So what made him a mistake?
Okay, so I met this dude. Mine's wasn't Facebook. Mine's was what is one of those one of my best friend had me to download something where you can like chat on the phone or something, and somehow it sent him a request. Not a Twitter, but it was some other kind of look.
Like WhatsApp?
Something like look chat. I don't know, something like a Twitter, but not a Twitter or something.
Mm-hmm.
Some I never used, so I really didn't. I can't really say what this dumb thing is. Haven't used it since then. I tell you that. But so I download this because she want to talk to me and everything. So I'm like, girl, you got my phone number? She's like, no, just download it. Okay, whatever. I download it. All of a sudden, it sends everybody in my phone this thing to download so we can chat. So he sends me.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about, though.
So he's like, you sent me a request. I was like, I sent you nothing. I don't know what you're talking about, So he, trying to talk to me. He like, I was just laying across the bed, and I was just telling God how I'm wishing on praying for this woman, and here you come. I'm like, okay. So we talking or whatever. He give me his number, like, give me a call or whatever. So I go to save his number. I'm like, wait a minute, I got your number in my phone. And I had to call his god brother, who is my friend husband.
Mm-hmm.
So I called him, like, tell me about this guy. So he tells me, like, oh, he a cool guy. He good. He working. He doing this or whatever. That's one of my things. Do we got a job?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't got time to take care of nobody's kid,
Right.
And I'm not mama. So fast forward. So we end up talking, and he come over. When I say this man was trying to do everything possible to be the man, okay? Everything. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. You short. Not my type because he's short. My respect level go with their height. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give this man a chance. It is. If you hear, that's what respect is at.
Okay,
if I got to look up, I'll be like, all right, I'm going to give you a
God.
So.
Okay. Dang.
So,
I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah, that's how I think. But, so I'm giving him this chance, like we doing things or whatever. So for
That's
whole
worse
time
than chips.
Yeah, I agree.
The whole time we talking, whatever, I never claimed him as my man. It's always, it's my friend. Never my man. So we together all the time or whatever. And all of a sudden he asked me to marry him. I'm like, I said, this is a setup, some kind of way. My dumb ass say, yeah.
Oh, your dumb ass said yes.
Yeah, just dumb as hell, right? So the whole year we planning this wedding or whatever, like beautiful wedding though. It's a beautiful wedding.
Oh, yeah. It was a nice wedding.
It was a beautiful wedding.
I remember that wedding.
But this dumb
that's
mistake.
hilarious.
This dumb mistake then got a girl pregnant in the process of us planning this wedding, right?
Hold up. Don't you just can't just go fast over that.
Oh, I went too fast.
So,
Turbo.
So while y'all planning the wedding,
You pregnant.
not you pregnant, but he get another female
she
pregnant.
This was a female that he used to talk to back in the day, right?
Okay.
I had seen like some stuff with her name on it before or whatever. Like his little hustle was throwing these phone books back in the day, right? So I didn't know that this was a girl that he used to kick it with. I see her name, but I see all these other guys' names, everybody's name on the roster that's actually working together. So I'm like,
I don't mean to cut you off, but you said this recent. Did they still got phone books?
I didn't even know they did it, right?
Oh, okay.
Like,
I didn't mean to cut you off. Damn.
Okay, so I'm like, I see one female name with all these men names. I'm like, who is Penny? Oh, this is a girl that work with me or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm a female. I'm a private eye. So I'm going to do my investigation to find out if this just somebody you working with or this somebody you working with, right? So I'm start snooping through. I'm going through your Facebook. I'm about to go through everything. I'm going to find out everything that I need to know, especially if you call yourself trying to talk to me. So I need to see what you're doing. So I said, you used to talk to this chick. He was like, huh?
he hit you with the huh?
He was 9 years younger than me, so he was a kid, right? So I'm
Robbing the
like,
cradle too.
did you used to talk to her? You know, and I mean, he was like, well, yeah, we used to mess around or whatever. I'm like, so y'all still kicking it? He like, nah. I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna always keep this in the back of my mind. You throwing books with this chick. But he's telling me, well, you know, she's going and the other guys, they're going or whatever. And he's staying back at the house or whatever. He ain't going to the stuff. But it's still in the back of my mind or whatever. But anyway, so I finds out. You want me to go further? Or you want to go in between? Because, see, I was working. I'm a nurse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working 2 jobs. I done bought a house. And we fix it on this house and all this or whatever. So the money I'm making is to make sure the house is good. He's supposed to do this type of work or whatever. So he's supposed to be working on the house. So I'm at work. So you working double. You know what I'm saying? You hitting that. You supposed to be working at the house. You working. So I'm not the type of woman that's I'm not going to go track you down. If you tell me you're doing one thing, you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm making money. I ain't got time to be sitting here like, let me make sure he over here doing this and he doing that.
Because you work.
I'm working. I ain't got time. So I'm going to let you say what you're doing. But at the same time, he still was making sure if I needed whatever, as far as let me go over here and make sure she good, you know, and he was doing that or whatever. Okay, but these phone books, let me clarify. These phone books they were like the thin little phone books that pretty much for like business, like he was going out to like Flint and areas like that, past them or whatever. So how I find out about this, like I had got sick at one point and I was in a hospital, okay? And while I was in the hospital, this girl delivered a baby, okay? I didn't know that we were in the same hospital.
Wow.
Same hospital.
Dang.
You know how Harper and Hutzel is together, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was in Harper. She was in Hutzel. So, I find out one day, me and him had went out of town for his birthday, and I'm seeing, you know, I'll take my nap. I get up. I look over. It's his birthday week, right? We in Jamaica. Mind you, this man ain't never been nowhere.
Who paid for that trip?
Me. For his birthday, right?
Because she work.
Exactly.
Kumo D. Yeah.
So we go and I gets up and I look over his shoulder. He's on the because I was at the swim up pool, whatever. He's sitting out there and I'm like, I'm gonna read. So I came out. To know me is to know I nutted up, right? I said, who the F is you talking to? What's going on? He was like, she was asking me about her going to the doctor, whatever. But it was actually her asking him about taking their baby to the doctor's appointment. I said, what would you have to take her to a doctor for? It don't make sense to me. If she need to go to the doctor, she need to find her own way, you know? You said you're not talking to her. Well, she only messaged me through Facebook. She don't have my phone number. Quit playing with me before I slap you. Like, don't play me like I'm stupid. Yeah. No, I'm going to bust him, right? Like, so that his birthday, mind you, I had candlelight dinner on the beach, set everything, right? I still went to it because it's paid for, okay? So I'm sitting on the beach. He's still trying to talk to me. Boy, don't talk to me. Just sit here and eat. Shut up. That's it. This is our whole rest of our trip. Don't talk, okay? I'm not going to play with you. So we get home and his mom calls me and she was like, I'm like, why is she steady calling me? We ain't talking. Mind you, she didn't come to our wedding.
Oh, hold up. So y'all married at this point?
Yeah, we got married in October.
And she had the baby.
She had the baby
so
in May.
While y'all was going through the whole process, you didn't even know that it was.
I didn't even know it was a baby coming. So I got married under false pretenses. I didn't know that this girl was pregnant because had I known, I never would have been married to this man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have married him. I would have had a party. When I say I would have turned up at this party, because I paid good money, I would still have this party. We paid $9,000 for the decorations of the hall, $7,500 for the venue.
You said we, so he did contribute.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He paid half, but I would have took his money and had a good time. And like I told him afterwards, once everything came out, do you know how many people I stopped from coming to this wedding that was gonna stop it because they wanted to beat the husband? I settled and you played with me. So his mom tells me, "Do you know why I didn't come to y'all wedding?" I said, "Well, he said you were sick. You know, didn't feel good." She was like, "No, tell her about the baby." I said, "The baby? What baby?" She said, "The one that's by Penny." Oh, look.
Oh, so the mom busted him out.
Yeah, because she was mad at him.
His own moms.
So by the time I finished with him, and he was short already, right? He became shorter. So I said, first of all, I settled for you because you're not the type of man I'm used to. Your sex wasn't this. Your head wasn't this. I just ran everything down, right? And I said, and at this point, you worthless. You really is like a waste. You really is a waste. So I called the chick. I said, "Do you have a baby by mistake?" And she was like, "Well, I don't want to get in the middle." I said, "You ain't gonna be in the middle. My thing is, I just want to know, do you have a baby by him?" She was like, "Yeah." Okay. So he was like, "I'm about to kill myself." I said, "Well, let me get all my stuff out your truck first, because I don't want to have to wait for recovery. Because I don't want them saying they holding my stuff. If you go die, you go die. I'm good with that." So he was like, he said, telling me, "Oh, it's not my baby, and I ain't had no DNA test, whatever."
Would you give him another chance though? Would you try to work it out?
Yes.
Thought about it?
I don't need you to get this DNA test, okay? He never get this DNA test, supposedly. So we go on a trip, right? Family trip. He's telling my family all this stuff, and I'm not around, of course. So when I get back around, and our family do these meetings. They want to discuss everything. So I get back. He ain't there now, right? I said, "What the hell y'all talking about?" So I said, "No, that's not true. No, that's not true." So here he comes slowly walking around. I said, I gets up, and I let him scoot in. "You sit right here," because we had a booth. "No, you sit right here, bro, because you ain't going to get up and run, because I'm about to get you." So he sits down, and we talking, and he start, "I didn't say this, I didn't say that." My brother say, "Man, she actually gave you a chance. Had it been my wife, she wouldn't have been here. She would have been like, I'm not dealing with it." But he was trying to make it seem like I put my kids before him. She wasn't doing this, and she wasn't doing that. But by the time I read him, pretty much it's like he was a waste. We get back home or whatever. I got other people because I had other property or whatever. I hired other people because he's basically saying I needed him to do things for me. Well, no, I don't need you. You want to do these things to try to hold on. I don't need you. So one day, I was a case manager. I got up and I looked at this man. He had came in from work. He was laying in the bed. I called all my patients and moved all their time back. While he was in the bed, I was downtown filing for a divorce. I'm like, this ain't it. So I had to wait for one of my friends. She had went out of town. She had to serve him the papers. Family can't serve. I had to wait for her. So my daughter was using one of his vehicles, and his other one broke down that same day that she was returning the vehicle. I didn't know. He asked me about some keys. I didn't know what he was talking about. I pull up, my house is dark, and I look at his car. I said, "Oh, that's what he's talking about." So I get the keys out the mailbox. He pulls up. Somebody dropped him off, and he was like, "You got my keys? You got my keys?" He was like, "What keys?" I said, "Keys to my house." So at that point, I look at the numbers on there. I'm like, okay, well, how am I get my stuff? I said, "I'll get it for you." This was around COVID time when all this was going on, and he was like, "Well, I need to be able to get my things. I'll pack your stuff." I submitted the papers just in time. I think like March 8th, I turned in the papers just before the courts shut down.
Oof.
And I ended up with COVID. He messaging me talking about, "This is a time we need to," I said, "Man, I'll die.
This time we need to be together."
I'll die. I'd rather die before I be back with you.
Dang.
My kid's like, "Ma, if you die, he gets everything."
Oh, damn.
I said, "What the? Wait." I got up. I was grouting the walls like, "Wait a minute. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to live." This man told everybody that I wouldn't give him his things. Mind you, I got COVID at this point. I wouldn't give him his stuff. I got up. I packed up everything he had. He had a love seat. When I say I took the door off the hinges to get this love seat down the stairs.
With COVID.
With COVID.
Oh, my God.
I threw all his stuff out the door.
That's a strong black woman for you.
And everything that he had, I set it outside and told him, "You got to the end of the night, it's going to be sitting out there, or either somebody else going to get it." That was the biggest betrayal.
That was straight up ultimate betrayal right there. Ooh-wee. What's the status of y'all? I ain't gonna say relationship, but y'all are you and Mistake friends now? Y'all.
No, me and Mistake would never be friends ever again.
You can't come back from that.
No, we'll never be friends. I saw him once at Home Depot. He spoke, and I looked. Little boy, don't play with me. Don't.
Okay. Calm down.
Because he's short.
Yeah. Calm down.
Little boy.
I mean, we all had some stories from chips being poured on a woman's head.
That was hilarious.
To a woman using the power of attorney to get credit. To, oh my God, you long distance love, and just overlooking you each time, and then you with Mr. Smurf, he just wasn't doing right by it. I mean, but that's just crazy to me though. When you
Mine wasn't really ultimate betrayal though.
No, yours wasn't.
Mine was just a sidekick to your story about craziness. But go ahead.
It was a great story though. But when you think about it, all those betrayals, those individuals that did the betraying, they had some good people that was trying to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I see it. But like I said, I do regret what that turned me into. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I will say that. But now I'm in a better place. So with that, we're going to wrap this on up. What would be your advice, E-Love, to women that's in a similar, if not, same type of situation that you went through?
Don't mess with nobody short. And nobody that throw phone books. And when you really know that you found true love for real, you're going to know when your happiness is a person that you want to see and be with every day, and you have no regrets. These have been the best years of my life, not arguing every time you go somewhere, where you can go somewhere and it's peaceful and you're relaxed. You at a peaceful place in your life. That is the best feeling ever.
So that means you're dating someone right now then?
Oh, yes, I got my honey.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow.
Okay. With that, what about you, Miss Shannon B? What advice would you give in regards to long distance love?
Well, long distance can work out. My friend and her husband, they were long distance for over 3 years. They've been happily married over 10 years. Okay. So if it's with the right person, it can work out. But definitely know your worth. It's nice if somebody is showing, that they can produce results, it's okay to give people a shot, but don't let it carry on for too long. And make sure you have those important conversations up front. Just make sure that y'all on the same page and y'all want the same things. And, don't spend too much time and watching yourself continue to get passed over again and again.
Oh, with that, Kay? You good? You got anything that you want to give advice on outside of chips and dip?
Don't take blind dates.
No, I would just say don't be with somebody that's going to take you out of your character. Somebody that's going to make you be somebody that you naturally not aren't. Yeah. You don't need nobody like that in your life. There you go. That's it.
Hey, and with that, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning into this week's episode of 3D, the podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Will. This is my girl,
Shannon B.
And I just want to say make sure you please subscribe, like the channel, and again, click that alert so it keeps you guys updated when we drop new episodes and new shows and everything like that. But again, thank you. Till next time, peace.